Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Charlie Veitch here from the cloudy and cold climes of northern Salford and Walkden. I just want to say to all the Israeli lads in Gaza, good luck, guys. Good luck, boys. Give Hamas hell. Careful with the civilians. And remember the 1,400 dead. Justice for the 1,400. And good luck rescuing the 239 remaining hostages, 30 of which are babies, about 100 of which are children and youths being teenagers and also people in their 20s. Now, I think it's important to get the Charlie Veitch war room today. The simmering invasion of Gaza, and I will happily call it an invasion, that's got very clear roles, very clear missions. There's two missions, and the main one is humanitarian. It's to rescue all 239 hostages, and I'm very pleased to announce there was a young IDF soldier, a female, who was rescued by a incursion of special forces. So the Israeli SAS, the Israeli Delta Force, they got in there. They must have got some intel, and a lot of time the intel comes from Palestinians in Gaza who have a crisis of conscience, where they go, hold on a second. Are Hamas really standing up for me, or should I maybe give the Israelis some information? Maybe if I help the Israelis rescue a 19-year-old woman, maybe my life, and you did the right thing. Whatever your name is, whoever you are that gave the Israelis intel, well done. So the reason I'm doing this today, it's Halloween, 31st of October. It's a Thursday, I believe. Is it a Thursday today? It's probably Tuesday. Oh my God. I knew there was a T in there. Time out, time out. As always, I will obviously have a look in your chats, but if you do want to send me a super chat, then I will give it attention. That means you're sending me money, some pounds, lira, escudos, some shekels, some yen, some ringgits, some baht, whatever you want to send. Click that little dollar sign, and you can send me love, hate, somewhere in the middle. And within reason, I will read it out and engage with it and talk about it. But the reason why I wanted to talk about this today on Halloween, the 31st of October, 2023, is that the main IDF, Israel Defense Forces, push into Gaza has begun. The ground invasion has begun. And I think it's important as well because many of my viewers are shocked. And I don't know why you're shocked. I'm a 43-year-old Western father of 3 children. Half my genetics come from the Mediterranean region. And then they were obviously wanted to emigrate to Brazil. So you know how like Americans are like, oh yeah, I'm like Swedish, I'm Scottish, I'm Danish, I'm Germanic. Well, my Brazilian side is from Portugal, and Portugal being on the Mediterranean, I have a great deal of sympathy for my Mediterranean brethren in Israel, and I know what it's like to be ostracized and made to feel weird, made to feel like you're a stranger, and it begins. I know what it's like for people to think that just because you're a little bit different, that you're an evil psychopath. And the best way to cure any anti-Semitism is to spend some time with the Semites, spend some time with the Jews, have a good argument with them, go out drinking with them, maybe have a cheeseburger, kosher, of course, with your Jewish friend. Now, I am a man of my word. Kieran Lusovsky. Hello, Kieran Lusovsky. Number 1, free Palestine from Hamas. I couldn't say it better. And I learned this in 2014 when I befriended, because we were there defending the soap shop in not Market Street, King Street in Manchester. People would be like, free Palestine. And the Israeli pro-Israel side would be from Hamas, from Hamas, from Hamas. So 31st of October will go down in history. This is the full IDF invasion into Gazoid. And Simply Repair has sent £5. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate the love. Appreciate it. Watching since the Love Police days. So this, I believe the invasion by the IDF is both necessary and just. No one likes an unjust war. No one likes bullshit wars, like what Putin did in the east of Ukraine, bullshit invasion. And he's like, "Oh, I got to save the lives of the Russian-speaking citizens," as if Zelensky was like blowing up Russian children in the east of Ukraine. But anyway, there are 300,000. That's a big army. 300,000 Israeli Defense Forces members, both men and women of various ages, all ethnicities. You've got Arab ones, you've got Bedouins, you've got Christians, you've got Jews in the IDF, very diverse military, very respecting of the gays and of the women. I believe you can be gay in the IDF. You can be a woman in the IDF. I have never seen a gay Hamas fighter. I have never seen a female Hamas fighter. And I do like reporting on the marches I go to. There's always a Queers for Palestine, LGBT plus for Palestine, other gay rights organizations saying that if Israel wasn't so evil. Have you seen Tel Aviv? Anyway, why do my eyes look so slitty? Like, maybe it's the angle. Anyway, have you seen Tel Aviv? It's like the gayest city on earth. No offense to my conservative Israeli viewers or my Jewish viewers, but I'm not saying that to derogate, to be derogatory. I'm saying there is one nation in the Middle East that actually stands up for human rights, for civility, for reason, for justice, for the rule of law, and for you know, for building something out of nothing. I've lived in Arab countries before. I've been detained in Saudi Arabia at the age of 15. I made the terrible crime of kissing my American girlfriend in a shopping mall. It wasn't like a big French kiss. It was just a kiss. And the Matawas in Saudi. Now, can you imagine Israeli religious police arresting a Scottish Brazilian 15-year-old for kissing in a shopping mall? It just wouldn't happen. Anyway, I digress. There have been incursions by the IDF. The special forces released that female soldier yesterday. I saw her reunion with her grandmother. I think it may be bittersweet because you have to ask, where is the thanks AMG rider? He's referencing NASA, saying NASA lies with an alien face. Not. You could have told me I had some chocolate on my A. Ew, that better be chocolate or something stuck to me down Cottager's Cove yesterday. Wait, let me taste it. Nah, that's shit. It's fecal matter. I'm sorry. No, I'm not a flat earther. I don't think NASA lies too much. I do believe we went to the moon. I do believe the Earth is a sphere, as are all celestial bodies. But I digress. This is to say, Yisrael Chai, Yisrael I, glory to Israel. Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem. God is great. God is beautiful. Baruch Hashem. And if I knew how to sing the Israeli national anthem, I would be singing it right now in solidarity with our Jewish brethren. And let's not forget the Jews. What did they give us? Was it about 10 Nobel Prizes a year? Advancements in science and software. And let's not forget, 2,000 years ago, the Jews gave us Jesus. They gave us Jesus was a Jew. I hate to say this, guys. Maybe in my opinion, old JC here maybe perfected the religion, did some good things, but let's not forget, big JC came out of Israel. Gonna hide my bald spot. If I look like that, I don't look too bald. The alopecia isn't showing too bad. But no, I've got Jewish friends, not just Israeli friends. I've got Jewish friends here in the UK. And everyone, because it's a small nation, they all know someone who's lost someone if they've not lost someone directly. And I think now that we're 10 minutes in, it's important to talk about a bit of philosophy and morality of warfare. There is a big call for ceasefire across the world. The Palestinian strip of, controlled by Hamas. I hate to say this, but they are very interested in having as many dead babies as possible. They quite rightly know that people in the West will get upset at the images of dead babies, and so they will parade the corpses of children and they will stick cameras in injured children's faces in hospitals so that it changes your view. Now, knowing what I know about civilized folk, um, we don't, we, and I include me, Jewish people, Israelis, we don't want to kill babies for two reasons, and they escalate here. The first reason is that every dead Palestinian baby makes it harder. There's more Western support. There's likely to be more terrorism. It causes problems. There's Jewish people living in the West. There's Jewish people in Manchester, London, New York, LA. There's Jewish people everywhere. And every Palestinian baby creates more warfare and more chances of terrorism. Now, the second reason we don't want to kill babies is because we're not fucking satanic fascist pieces of shit like the extremist terrorists. We're not fucking pieces of shit like you are. Fuck you. Fuck you thinking it's okay to kill babies. On October the 6th, there was a 9-year ceasefire. All you fucking liberals calling for a ceasefire now after Hamas has killed the babies. What about on October the 6th, you fucking suckers of Satan's cock? October the 6th, 9-year ceasefire. Hamas didn't fire any rockets. The IDF didn't fucking bomb Gaza. And I hear you go, but the people have died in the last 9 years. Yes, Israel has responded to the odd mortar attack and the odd assassination and the odd rocket firing from within the territory of Gaza. There was no war. There was a ceasefire. Who broke the ceasefire? Hamas. How did they break the ceasefire? Machine gunning a whole bunch of children and grannies and men, women, and children and kidnapping 245 of them. Fuck you. Calling for ceasefire now because the fucking rat bit the lion's tail. And now the fucking lion is ripping the rat to pieces and you're calling for a ceasefire now. You're all pro-Hamas tacit supporters. I'm sorry. Free Palestine from the river to the sea. Fuck you. You fucking supporters of machine gunning babies and little kids. I'm sorry. I might not stand with Israel tomorrow. I may not have stood with them yesterday. But today, I'm Yisrael Chai. I'm Yisrael Chai. Have you got the chutzpah to do the right thing? Have you got the chutzpah to see through the pro-Palestinian propaganda, trying to make out the Jews as these like demonic horned beasts, using their paveway guided missiles to look for babies to blow up? Fuck you. Fuck you, man. Like, if you're under the age of 20, you've not been around the block a few times to understand what's going on with Israel and Gaza. But those of us are a bit long in the tooth. In my teens, I saw these wars. In my 20s, I saw these wars. In my 30s, I saw these wars. And in my 40s, I'm witnessing these wars. And only a fucking religiously driven, goat fucking, cave dwelling, fucking bloodthirsty terrorist thinks it's a good idea to kill babies. And whenever you get the images on the news, BBC are guilty of this. Channel 4 are filleting Hamas. Channel 4 and Sky News, and not so much Sky News, they're a bit more neutral. But the BBC and Channel 4, Hamas, 500 dead at the hospital, you say? Oh, we won't even verify. We're just going to spread it around the world. And the Israelis, I feel sorry for them. Sometimes they're quite brash and aggressive in the way they're talking, because fair enough to them, they've just all lost so many people. But let me help my Israeli brothers and explain that normal people who aren't sucking Satan's cock, normal people who don't have the devil's penis in their mouth, do not place military hardware, bombs, rockets, weapons caches. Normal people who don't suck the devil's dick don't place military targets next to schools, hospitals, old folks' homes, kindergartens, nurseries. Hamas does, because Hamas is at once scared of the Israeli Defense Forces because they're fighting a civilized nation with a very modern very modern military. They want that. They're scared. And two, as we mentioned earlier, Hamas love as a dead baby pig. You blew up our weapons cache and 5 kids died. Get those dead babies on the camera. Get those dead babies up so the whole world can get angry at Israel. Let's ignore the fact that that weapons cache was going to be used to kill thousands of Jews. Thousands. And the explicit aim to kill Jewish civilians. Have you guys heard the phone call intercepted by Mossad or the IDF of the young Palestinian guy? He's like, mother, father, I killed Jews with my own hands. And they're all like, yay, go on, yay. He's like, with my bare hands, I killed 10 Jews. He's like, and the parents were like, we're proud of you, son. We're proud of you, son. We're proud of you, son. And let's contrast this. I mentioned this in a previous video. About 10 years ago, there was a Palestinian terrorist. He went on a stabbing attack, stabbed a few IDF soldiers. He got himself shot in the gut, and he's there on the floor, and they're going to give him medical attention. An IDF soldier, a young Israeli soldier, went up to him and shot him in the head. And that IDF soldier, he didn't phone his mom and say, I shot a Hamas fucking scumbag. Do you know what they did to him? He got a jail sentence. He went to jail. How do I know this? I watched it happen. I watched parts of his court case. I watched the defense try and argue that, he was a fucking terrorist. We put him out of his misery. But the Israeli courts, because they're not fucking cave-dwelling, goat-fucking savages, said, no, we are a civilized nation. We have civilization. You can't just shoot injured combatants. So they sent young Yitzhak to prison for a year or two. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the big difference. Hamas and the Palestinians, they love a bloody human shield. Like, they love a human shield, and Israel couldn't think of anything worse than their own children getting caught in the crossfire. You don't see Israel rushing forward with prams with babies in them towards the fucking border, do they? No. I will always stand with people, whether they're Jewish, whether they got a foreskin or not, whether they're Chinese, anyone wanting to build a civilization that respects human rights against a death cult, where in their own charter it's about killing civilians. Their own excitement is about killing women and babies. I'm sorry, every time I see my friend, and these are sometimes former friends now, I bump into them and they're all like, from the river to the sea, calling for the deletion of the state of Israel. And here's the thing, let's talk about genocide for a second. If Israel wanted to genocide the Palestinian people, it would take 3 hours. 3 hours. I swear to God, without even using nuclear weapons, Israel has the military hardware to take out all of Gaza within 3 hours using conventional weapons. Gone. And you tell me the Israelis are wanting to genocide the Palestinians? And here's the thing, Israel, and how do I know this? Well, I view them by their fucking actions. I have done so for 43 years. Okay, a bit less. I wasn't watching CNN when I was 3 years old. Okay. 35 years I've been obsessed with current events and international relations. Now, on the other hand, thank you, Lee Bandoni. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. I will buy a cafe latte this afternoon with your kind donation. On the other hand, Hamas, and to a certain extent, their predecessors, Fatah, PLO, Yasser Arafat, Hamas, if given the chance, if Iran snuck in a few nuclear bombs into Gaza, I'm not saying Iran has nukes, good work by the Stuxnet computer virus, fucked up the centrifuges in Iran. That's another Israeli invention. Mossad, clever bastards, got a computer virus into the hardware of the centrifuges that was trying to fucking do the uranium, enrich the uranium, and they blew them up. Clever fucking Israelis. Go on. Don't fuck with the Mossad. Where was I? Yeah. So if Hamas, do you guys think that if Hamas had the opportunity to kill all of the Israelis in Israel, they wouldn't do it? They would do it in a second. They would be pressing that button like, and I got to be careful what I say here. Okay, 500 people watching, not bad. Hello to all the afternoon people. You know, it's not an issue of Jews versus Islam, although the Muslims, some of them, that there's retards on the tarmac in Dagestan, they got excited about a flight arriving from Tel Aviv, and they literally went out, we're going to hunt the Jews. They didn't say Israelis. They're like, we're going to kill the Jews. Give me the Jews. And what did Russia do? All 550 of them have been arrested. I guess they won't find Jews in the Dagestani prison. Thank you, Mr. Friedman. I got 30 shekels from Israel. I appreciate that. You are a free man. You sent me some literal shekels. And thank you. Shalom. Now, okay. I'm very happy to know that my videos are now popular in Israel, obviously. I am a Gentile. I am a good Catholic boy. I am a good Catholic boy. But I know what's right and what's wrong. Massacring 1,400 men, women, and babies is wrong. Doing a military campaign to free a territory of a bunch of cave-dwelling, underground tunnel-dwelling, religious fanatic, death cult murderers is good. So let's clarify this for my Gentile friends who are getting a bit confused. No matter what your enemy, and like, of course, Hamas considers Israel their enemies. No matter what your enemy has done to you, especially with a ceasefire, any civilized person with a heart knows that torturing and massacring 1,400 men, women, and children is never the answer to your grievance. And one thing I will say, those 1,400 people who are sacrificed, there is some good that will come from your sacrifice. And my condolences to the families of the 1,400. Here in the West, in England, Scotland, Canada, America, Mexico, all over Europe, and in the Far East, we are seeing the great revelation of people who expose their demonic hearts, unable to grieve for 1,400 men, women, and children, young people having fun at sunrise at a Psytrance festival. You're 22 years old, you're like, yeah, sunrise, woo! And what was your festival called? It was called the Peace Festival, the Love Festival. The amount of people in the West tearing down the posters, you know. The people tearing down these posters, fuck you. Where are they? Where are they? Where's little Ariel? Let me find Ariel. I've got a boy the same age. I don't have an Ariel. Oh, no, here he is. Here he is. See this whole family? If you tacitly think it's okay, no matter what your enemy's done to you in the middle of a 9-year ceasefire, to machine gun the mum and dad and then take the little kids, or just take the entire Israeli family, fuck you. Fuck you. Stand with Israel. Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael Chai. Baruch Hashem. Big up the IDF soldiers. I will pray. Me and JC, me and a former Jew, you know, me and JC will pray for the IDF forces tonight. We will. Because your mission is just, your mission is noble. Your mission is beautiful. To try and rescue 230 hostages, to try and eliminate the most vile, the worst terrorist group that we've seen since ISIS. And the whole international community didn't bother. Nobody got angry when Americans and the British and the Jordanians, big up Jordan, good Muslim nation. I'm sorry, if you rip these posters down, you are sucking Satan's cock. These are little memorials. You're sucking the dick of the devil if you tear this down. And so I'm happy. Imagine that's your grandmother. She might have been one of the ones released. I don't think so. If she was, I'm glad she's free. If not, who the fuck would do that to grannies? You fucking tunnel-dwelling, Satan cock-sucking Hamas. Big brave warriors. Hey, look, there's a baby over there. Oh, look, a granny in a wheelchair. Big brave warriors. Should try taking on the IDF directly. A few little donations have come in. Thank you, George Boone. I appreciate it. I've always kept one eye on the comments here, one eye. And I'm very, very pleased to say that most of you are sane and you understand this is not a war of Judaism against Islam. It's not. Don't try and make it that. I have great respect for the civilizing and the stabilizing force that Islam can have when practiced sanely. And I just want to end this by saying that to all my viewers in Israel, everyone with a heart and with a head in the West knows what you're going through and appreciates this terrible time. And so everyone in the West, instead of saying, oh no, you're killing too many Hamas fighters, we say, for this young couple, to the IDF soldiers, no mercy for Hamas. They have to disappear, just like ISIS had to disappear. This is Charlie Veitch, Baruch Hashem, Am Yisrael Chai, from the cold climes of Walkden. Thank you for watching.